الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى ومن يأتيهما فإنه قد غوى وإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر المحسن إن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الحج حج محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن خير الأمور أوازنها وشر الأمور محدثاتها كل محدث بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قال الله تعالى في الكتاب الكريم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا الخير ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم الحمد لله. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praise to the one who is the creator, nourisher, sustainer of everything that's living. All praise to the one who is in charge of life and death, who is in charge, who comes into the manifestation of this world, and he who disappears from the manifested world back into the soul world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran so many praiseworthy qualities about himself, and then multiple times Allah says, about himself. And we are lowly creation, we are something that has been created by him, and we are dependent upon his mercy, and he manifested us in this world with certain blessings that we live by. The blessings of the body, the blessings of surviving on food, the blessings of surviving emotionally with our family, depending upon each other with the love. So with all these blessings, we started the engine within ourselves and let us go. And we take it for granted. After a while, we think that this is how it's supposed to be. There is no need for Allah. After Allah, where is Allah? Where is Allah? Allah's power is not being seen directly. No direct intervention, we don't see it. In some cases we do, but most of the times this is what Shaitan and the dunya make us forget, that there is a system that's running inside us that is keeping us going. But that also is a blessing that has been received from, by us from the Lord Almighty. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in other places of the Quran, وَلِلَّهِ الْحَمْدُ رَبِّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. He's mentioning his own praise. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to remind himself, or he wants to remind us. So it's something to ponder. How many times do we even say Tabaraka Asma Rabbika Ya Allah, blessed be your name? And even in the Bible you see that, hallowed be thy name. It's exactly the same translation. Blessed be thy name. Tabaraka Asma Rabbika in Jadali wa Ikram. So we need to ponder upon how many times, even though we are born Muslims, and alhamdulillah, the code of life that was given by Sayyidina Muhammad is amazingly beautiful. And every step of the way he had the dua, beseeching Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking for his protection, praising, and hamd and thana is every step of the way. But we forget sometimes because we come and become busy as not as scholars or alims, but we become busy as doctors or engineers, carpenters, and that's perfectly fine. But we have to keep one foot, just like we need a 2 foot for walking. 1 foot is doing the struggle for the ma'ash in the dunya, whatever profession, it could be a taker, it could be even a janitor, doesn't matter. Whatever we do with ethics and niyyah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah in that. The other foot has to be grounded in order to walk. You can't walk on the 1 foot. You have to walk 2 feet. So the idea is the other leg has to be grounded in the attachment to the deed, to understand where we came from and understand what is our purpose. And alhamdulillah, we have the tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hamd and the salah, but we forget doing that. The point is we need to remind ourselves to remember all those du'as that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught. And if we can't remember big ayats or big verses, actually small things that we can remind ourselves and our children. Say subhanallah, alhamdulillah, at every step. And even when we sometimes face difficulties, we still say subhanallah, alhamdulillah. We don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometimes it looks like apparently a musibah or calamity, but it saves us from something much bigger. And for example, and this happens so many times, we meet with we're driving on the road for an important appointment, and something happens and the tire punctures, and now we're stranded on the road, and we missed our important appointment, whatever it was. We are like angry, why this has to happen to me? But no, we have to say, Subhanallah, thank you Allah, Subhanallah, thank you Allah, Alhamdulillah. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world if we don't reach an appointment. Maybe if we had been on the road, there would have been a bigger accident that would have taken our lives, or even fractured our limbs, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stopped it. There is a hikmah in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how He protects it. It's not visible, it doesn't come like a formula in front of us. But everything that happens is by His permission and by His mercy. So we have to, even in the face of calamities, we have to say, thank you Allah. And sometimes our older ones, we see they are suffering from disease and they pass away. Even in that passing away, as bad as it sounds, as unfortunate as it sounds, there is rahmah. Prophet ﷺ said, for a Muslim, there is always rahmah. Whatever step you are stepping into, there is always rahmah. Whether you are coming into this world, it's rahmah, or whether you are passing from this world to the next, it is still rahmah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, I mean, this world is still, there is a saying in Indo-Pak, is 4 days, this life is worth 4 days. And literally you can count how life is going fast. You know, we're counting years like months now, like Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith. That a time will come when the years will pass by like months will pass by like weeks, and weeks will pass by like this. And literally we are witnessing that. So subhanAllah, I mean, by the time one is aware of what's happening around you, the reality of life, you're already 20, 30 years old. That's if we are lucky. We are not that lucky. Maybe that awareness or consciousness comes at 40, 50. So by the time we are already done with half the game, half the game is already over. So what's left is very few days in our life. So the point is that Shaitan and this dunya wants us to forget that there is something else happening outside our lives. And they want to make us keep busy shopping around, looking for better deals. Just example, looking for better cars, looking for better deals, looking for something better to save a few more pennies. But ultimately, what we lose is the time, which is more precious than gold. Time, the time in our hand, and we don't realize the importance of that. And some people, successful people who have realized this, have written books. And we don't need to read. It's okay to read people's books and get inspired. But the point is, all that inspiration is already there in our religion, codified by the talk and the hadith of Prophet Muhammad. So, mashallah, our religion is beautiful. Our Quran is a hidayat, nur upon nur, and we have everything on the plate, but we still forget to take a bite of it. I mean, so how unfortunate is a person who gets the biryani, the best biryani on the plate, and his distractions, he gets distracted by his side distractions so much that he comes to the end of the buffet table, it's the end of time, and he has not eaten anything from, not even taken one morsel from that plate, beautiful plate. Just to give an analogy. And so is our example. We pass by our lives and we forget to take these beautiful morsels from the plate that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us, looking at what the recommendations are. Beware, oh people who believe, don't do this. Oh people who believe, do this. Oh people who believe, do not do tajassus, do not do jasusi, do not do spy on each other. This happens a lot now with the social media. People are trying to find what other person is doing through Facebook and whatever. Not only it's a waste of time, it's also a crime that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't do this. You worry about your own akhirah, you worry about your own amal. Our own shirt is torn and we are looking at something else. We need to better stitch our own shirt and make our own deeds. Just like they say, button up your shirt first. So, subhanAllah, the end of the times, the distractions are going to be many, such that, and the force of that distraction and illusion is also going to be much more. So that is why our Prophet ﷺ said the people, he knew that how hard it would be to come to the and stand firm upon the deen. It's not going to be easy. And that's why when the Sahaba asked him, Ya Rasulullah, who are your brothers? And he said, the ones who are going to come in the later time. He didn't say you people. And Sahaba said, aren't we your brothers? Ya Rasulullah. And the Prophet said, of course you are in a way. All of my humanity are brothers. You are actually my Sahabas. You are actually even better. But my brothers are those who come after you many years, many centuries, who have not seen me, who have not seen anything like that, but they still believe in Allah and they still believe in Prophet, and then they still try to follow on that path. So how great is the reward that Prophet already mentioned for us? Because he knew that temptations would be so many. He knew that the distractions would be so many in the last days. And they say that out of the 73 or 72 predictions that Prophet made, all of them have come true. Only the few major ones remaining are the appearance of the Antichrist, the appearance of Mahdi, and appearance of Isa. Those are the only things that are. And we are already seeing that they're converging towards that reality based on what's happening in Israel and what's happening in the Middle East and the power that we see. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever happens, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us protected from the fitna, keep us protected from the deceptions. The main deceiver is coming later on, but the deception has already started. It's not like the deception has not started. It has already started. We are getting sucked into it. But we can still prevent ourselves from getting into completely. We're still going to have our feet wet no matter what. We're still going to have to deal with the technology of the smartphone. It's not like we can afford to live like the Amish people, like, okay, I don't want to use any phone or any technology and I'll just remember. It's not going to happen. Because realistically, a Muslim takes the use of the technology and puts it to the best use. We cannot run away from the technology. We can make use of the technology with wisdom. We can train our children not to get sucked into every other platform that someone else launches, and then they make billions of dollars at the expense of the Muslims' time, the precious time of Muslims. And that's what's happening, right? So inshallah, we will be more careful, we will be more watchful, we will be, may Allah make us alert, make us be awake, make us to think, and أَفَلَا تَتَفَكَّرُونَ أَفَلَا تَتَفَكَّرُونَ keeps Allah steps in mind of it. We don't do that. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ have you don't you have any aql? Don't you have any sense? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that vigilance, give us that alertness, and respond with the situations with wisdom, how to de-escalate. It's one of the things that we need to learn ourselves and our wives and our children, how to de-escalate. Shaitan wants to put us into escalated situations where violence happens, bad things happen. The art is to how to come out of that is by de-escalation and save ourselves first, because there are so many people with so many bad things around us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still protecting us with His angels. But sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests us by putting us in situations that are escalated. And if we don't behave with wisdom, either we behave angrily or with anger and commit certain things that are not good, and then we pay the repercussions for that, or someone else does something. So the art of this escalation. We have to teach our children everything, all these things. So inshallah, we become more vigilant, and instead of just watching YouTube millions of videos out there, they say the amount of videos that is there now, if someone wants to watch all of only your field, interesting field, it's going to take probably several lifetimes to watch them all. You can see the amount of the inundation of videos out there. It's going to not only it's in trillions, but it's going to be in so many more gigabytes, trillions of gigabytes more. So can we afford to watch all those videos? Even if I'm interested in carpentry, can I afford to really watch all of them? Probably not. So there has to be wisdom in how much I want to expose myself to learn. Am I really learning something and implementing, or I'm just watching? Now, sometimes we get into this habit of it's an addiction of just watching and not doing anything but just watching. It has become, unfortunately, a disease. So we all need to learn to come out of it and use our time effectively. And that's why Allah also gave us these beautiful gifts of salah, of wudu. Make wudu and refresh yourself and refresh your mind, reset your mind, come out of that, snap out of that zone that you are in. Make wudu, and then now you know, okay, I was in some kind of a zone before, so many hours. And then you make salah, and you try to make that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He kept on praising himself in the Quran, and we as creation, we don't pray. So even if we say 1,000 times, Tabarakas Murabbika Ya Dhul Jalali wal Ikram, it's still not going to be enough. But at least Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, at least one of my servants is praising me. So you think he's going to let you go without any reward? No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most generous, more generous than all the kings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all safeguarded and protected on the right path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all wisdom of this beautiful deen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us to learn these beautiful lessons from our Quran and the legacy of prophets and all the other prophets of Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep our children protected from shaitan, keep our children protected from fitna, keep us all protected. Inshallah, from the evil that's around us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us more and make us to reach Ramadan. This is one of the holy months that's already going on. Rajab is Shahullah. Sha'ban is the Shahrul Nabi, or the month of the Prophet. And Ramadan, they say, is the month of the community. All of these months are obviously the months of Allah, and we are living that time. But the significance is that when we reach the milestone of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before that, He already gave us months of preparation, so that we come back to understanding, okay, what have we done last year and what am I going to do better this year. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us to, all of us, to reach Ramadan, al-Mubarak, the glorious month of Ibadah, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about, but I did not get the chance to. So let me just briefly touch upon it, upon the celebration of Valentine's Day that just passed. So sometimes we go in this kind of debate whether it's okay to celebrate or not, these kind of things. Regardless of that, obviously it's not part of the West will keep on creating new days, and all 365 days we're going to have some day of celebration. It doesn't mean anything for us. But I mean, sometimes people attack the poor man selling hardship that is on the street in Pakistan, in India, what the heck are you doing? You know, why this is haram. That poor man, he has no other thing but to sell, make a living by selling bananas. Today the trend is that, so he's going to do that. Tomorrow, some other day will come, and it's not his fault. The society wants that, and he's just providing. So it's hard to classify something like haram like that, or anything that doesn't go inside the haram is okay. The poor man, while we are attacking him, the one who's selling the hardship. So we need to correct our own society. Why people are running after these symbolisms? I mean, there was a time when the Muslim world was creating all these symbolic things. Now they're just following everything that the Italian brands are creating. They're following. It's us, because we spend millions of dollars in buying all these perfumes, giving the credibility to these brands that have nothing. So we are the ones who are giving billions of dollars of business to these symbols. And then we attack the poor man, or blame the poor man for selling something that we have created. So just food for thought. So what can we throw out the whole concept of love? No, obviously not. But it doesn't mean that we have to be careful how to deal with it. So it's a celebration of love. Yeah, of course, there are many loves that are there, human beings. When a man becomes adult, he has the love of his wife or his spouse, and the love of his mother and father and the brothers and sisters. Then there is also the love of things. People like things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, the whole ayah, where decorated is the attractive is the love of for men is the love of things, and the love of women, and the love of even mountains of gold and silver, and the love of excellent horses, which is now let's say or whatever. So we get the idea. These are all the things, and then in the next ayah, Allah says, but all of these things, much better than that is the one that I'm going to offer you in the Akhirah. Husnul Ma'ab. Wallahu indahu husnul ma'ab. And with Allah is the best of the best that you can even think about. Aspiration. Can you think about something that's that aspiring and that ambitious? You cannot. But Allah is saying it's even more. And then He says in the next ayah that people who try to get taqwa, I will give them that the Jannah. It's a very small sentence and it keeps repeating, but the idea of that will be understanding only when we go there. So the point is, there are many loves: the love of things, the love of family members, the love of a spouse, the love of other things. But Allah says the love of Allah is more important. Allah is saying we need to inculcate that. How do we inculcate the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because Allah Himself says, as described in the Quran many times, Inna Allah la yuhibbul mu'tadin. Allah does not love these things. And then Allah also saying what He loves. Inna Allah yuhibbul muhsin. Allah loves the ones who are on the right path, who do the justice, on the right path. Inna Allah la yuhibbul mu'tadin, who transgress. Do not love the people who transgress. So many categories of not love and love. Allah is showing it. So we need to inculcate that love more than what other loves are. So if we do that, inshallah, one step we take forward to understand, let me try to inculcate that quality in myself that Allah loves, and let me try to take away that quality in myself that Allah does not love. So, and even if we try to have that intention, Allah will bless us. We have success in that intention. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful in these good things and make us to be of the ones who strive because of the sabiqun. Allah says, who are the ones who yusari'una ila al-maghfirah, yusari'una ila al-khayrat. Who are the ones who are running in the race? Who are the ones who are running towards that maghfirah? Who are the ones who are running towards that salvation? So let us be the ones, instead of running towards the dunya, we already have enough. We cannot have many more cars. Or, even if we have Mercedes Benz, there's something always going to be more than that. Is it worth pursuing that, or is it worth pursuing what Allah says? Have the race towards that. So let us think about it in our own lives, correct ourselves, give that ambition to our kids, saying that there is a bigger race than the dunya race. This rat race, there's a bigger race. It's actually going towards the Allah's paradise and Allah's reward. So let us run towards that, and even if we take one small step, it's going to be, inshallah, a giant leap towards the salvation. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد بن عبد الله اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه القوم. اللهم صل على نبينا محمد المرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابه والتابعين وعلى ذلك الصالحين. اللهم اعز الاسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم، واخذل من قدر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم. اللهم ارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم ثبتنا على الاسلام. اللهم نبه قلوبنا بنور الايمان. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الاحياء منهم والاموات. عباد الله رحمكم الله، ان الله يامر بالعدل والاحسان وايتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله اكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى الذي قدر فهدى الذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحيا سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى فيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Just quick announcements. So today we have a panel discussion on COVID-19 vaccine and its efficacy. There's a panel discussion by two doctors. That will be at 7 p.m. tonight. So we invite you all to join through Zoom. If you go amda.us, you will find the link there. And if you have you are subscribing the email, hopefully you will get the email invitation as well. So please join that presentation tonight. I hope you will be benefited. And as I announced last week, we are in dire need of membership, AMDA membership. So please become member if you are not yet. This is very important for our next phase expansion. You can collect the membership application from there, but it will be very easy if you can do online. To go amda.us, and there will be a way to register for the membership. So I sincerely request for you, please do this favor for us, inshallah. And another one, we have by our Imam, Dr. Munawar Haq. He authored this book, Muslim Friday Prayer, a collection of 100 khutbahs and fiqh of Jummah. So this is a nice book, a compilation of 100 khutbahs, and this is $20. You can purchase this book from there as well. So I encourage everybody, please buy this book. You can buy for yourself, and also you can donate to your friends and family. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.